perfect. Ha! You'll have to excuse me. I'm drawing up the perfect contract so that I can get a bunch of people shooting their movies and TV shows here. It's gonna be spectacular. Think about it. We'll have Disney over there, and Lionsgate, and Warner, and Paramount, and whoever else wants to be here. It's going to be the greatest thing to happen to me. And most importantly, I'm giving them tax incentives to do so. So they're going to get paid. I'm going to get paid. We're all going to be rich, rolling around in some dough. All right? So it's great. Oh, shoot. This is all for adult film.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the tax incentive news that you didn't know about. When a production studio and whoever wants to shoot something, they try to go on location. That does not work most of the time. Then they go to the next best thing. This is not what happens all the time, but they go to the next best thing. Next best thing is a city where they give you money or make you pay less money to shoot there. Isn't it great? Atlanta often has really good tax incentives. Los Angeles now probably has the best tax incentives, especially since Atlanta is in a state that is run by racist, sexist governor. Then, of course, New York, Chicago, and then things like the Tulsa King on Paramount Plus. They don't shoot in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but they do shoot in, I think, I don't know, Mississippi or something. I don't know. They don't shoot in Mississippi, but they shoot in a place that is like Tulsa so that they can save some money and make it look like Tulsa, and that's how you get it. So film studios and TV studios are offered incentives, especially now because of the pandemic. These cities need some type of revenue, and hey, why not bring in a bunch of movies and TV shows? A dozen states are basically advocating for this, and production companies, including Apple, Netflix, and Warner Bros. Discovery, are all leeching off of this. Martin Scorsese, speaking of Oklahoma, is shooting Killers of the Flower Moon there. You gets to shoot in California. It moved from New York to California. Westworld, when it was in California. The pandemic shut down a lot of film production, and it really put into perspective how much it costs to make stuff. And now we're seeing the repercussions with streaming and things tightening back up. But they're trying to get as many new shows and things as possible, but under a certain amount of money. And they're going to shoot them in places that, instead of backlots, are very reminiscent of what their shows are. So shows like Reservoir Dogs, that's about 4 Indian kids and their family, Native American kids, I guess, indigenous people. It's about indigenous teenagers and their families and friends that live on their tribal land and in the modern day, and it's shot in a place that would look like a regular tribal land, and it's fantastic. It's good. Lawmakers are voting to triple rebates to give people more money, to give production companies more money to come here. In March 2021, the Kentucky legislature had a tax credit program when it opened it up and closed the program in 2018, and it basically brings them more money, like $2 million, $14 million for all these states in order to shoot things. If you want to be a newer state and to shoot these things, it's going to take you a little bit of time to get there. A Kentucky Film Office report found that the program for Oklahoma in particular had about $8.9 million annually in tax credits from 2015 to 2018, and not everything will qualify for it. So you really have to be on the lookout for that. There's a lot of money, a lot of rules and regulations you have to work through and work around. But now a lot of states are giving these incentives to studios because they can see that it can be a revenue draw for them as well. They can reduce the amount they pay in taxes to the IRS, for example, and save as much as like close to 45%. So it's all great things to have. Listen, things that are also great to have are subscribing and check out one of those videos. Of course, you can head to the website cpluscomedy.com where there's me talking to famous people sometimes, and maybe one day I'll ask a question about tax incentives. I can't wait. You can follow us on social at TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at cpluscomedy. Me at Chad Black White. Listen to the Constitutionals podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And I got to get back to finishing this contract. Yes, I know I said they're adult film, but hey, money is money. It's in sperm?